Welcome to Guide to Reads, where each book opens a door to the life you're meant to lead. If self-doubt whispers louder than your dreams, if fear has kept you frozen at the edge of change, this episode is your moment to step forward. Today, we unpack The Confidence Gap by Russ Harris, a therapist who dares to dismantle the myths we've been sold. That confidence is a feeling. That fear must be conquered. That we must fake it until we somehow make it. But what if that's all wrong? What if true confidence has nothing to do with feeling fearless and everything to do with showing up, even when your hands are shaking? In this blink, you'll discover a powerful, science-backed path rooted in acceptance and commitment training, ACT, a method that helps you act on your values, not your fears. This isn't about quick fixes or surface-level affirmations. It's about building a deep, unshakable confidence by changing your relationship with discomfort and learning to move forward with courage, not in its absence, but because of it. So if you're ready to trade perfectionism for progress and silence for bold, value-driven action, subscribe, tap the bell, and let's begin. 1. Reassessing your priorities. Sometimes the call for change doesn't come like thunder. It arrives like a whisper, soft but persistent, asking us, is this really the life you want to live? Meet Dave, a physiotherapist in his 50s. He's spent years healing others, but the novel in his heart has waited far too long. Now, he's ready to put pen to paper. Claire, a quiet receptionist in her 30s, has been hiding from connection until now. She's stepping into the unknown, letting hope guide her back to love. And Phil, a seasoned athlete, is discovering that true strength isn't found in brute power, but in calm presence, learning to stay composed under pressure. Different lives, different choices, yet one question binds them all. If fear vanished and confidence reigned, what kind of life would you create? Would you walk taller? Speak more boldly? Would you finally chase that dream that's been gathering dust? Would you love deeper, live fuller, risk more? These questions aren't just thought experiments, they're keys, unlocking what truly matters. Because in the end, it's not about the accolades or achievements. It's about your values, the compass that quietly points to your truest self, kindness, integrity, curiosity, courage. We often think we must feel confident before we act, but confidence doesn't lead the way. Commitment does. Confidence is what we build after we leap in the mess, the mistakes, the learning. It is forged through motion, not meditation. So let's walk this path together. One grounded not in perfection, but in purposeful action. This is your invitation to reassess, to realign, to remember that a meaningful life isn't found. It's crafted by living your values, one brave step at a time. Are you ready to begin? 2. Forging a new relationship with fear. Yes, the dreaded F word, fear. It's that pesky, ever-present companion that rears its head anytime we venture beyond our comfort zones, isn't it? But you know what, my friends? That flutter in the stomach, that tightness in the chest, those are actually completely normal reactions. You see, when we step into unfamiliar territory, whether it's public speaking, asking someone out, or trying something new, our brain's fight-or-flight system goes into high gear. It's our inner cave person shouting, "Whoa, hold up, this could go wrong." And you know what? It could. We might stumble, forget our lines, or even embarrass ourselves, but that's all part of the learning process. The truth is, even the boldest among us, the CEOs, the soldiers, the surgeons, the performers, the athletes, they all feel that fear too. The difference is, they don't let it stop them. They embrace it. They channel that energy into something productive. That adrenaline rush can be unsettling at first, but it can also be incredibly empowering. So, let's bust that myth right now. Confidence isn't about getting rid of fear altogether. Confident people feel it just like everyone else. What sets them apart is that their confidence is built on accepting fear, acknowledging that mistakes will happen, and still taking action despite it all. Imagine if you could start viewing fear as a source of energy to harness rather than something that holds you back. That, my friends, is the key to unlocking real, lasting confidence. It's about facing those butterflies in the stomach, that tightness in the chest, and saying, "You know what? I've got this. Bring it on." So take a deep breath, feel that surge of adrenaline, and let's dive headfirst into the unknown, together. The confidence you seek is just waiting to be discovered, one courageous step at a time. 3. Learning the language of acceptance. The power of positive self-talk. Or is it? Interestingly, a 2009 study by Canadian psychologists found that repeating affirmations like, "I am lovable," or "I will succeed," can actually backfire for those with low self-esteem. Instead of boosting confidence, it triggers more negative thoughts and internal resistance. You see, the thing is, those pesky negative thoughts and fears are simply part of the human experience. We can't just erase them or delete them. That's not how our brains work. It's all about learning the language of self-acceptance, rather than chasing the elusive goal of self-esteem. It's kind of like learning a new language. Your native tongue doesn't disappear, but you gain the ability to communicate in a whole new way. And that's the approach we need to take with our thoughts and beliefs. The goal isn't to banish the negative, but to find a way for the old and the new to coexist peacefully. The key is to stop viewing those negative thoughts as the problem, and instead focus on how we get hooked by them, tangled up until we're trapped. That's where the magic happens, in the art of acceptance and diffusion. So, next time your inner critic starts blabbering on about how you're not smart enough or a loser, try reframing it. Remind yourself, I'm having the thought that I'm not smart enough, because that's all it is, a thought, not a fact. You can even get a little playful with it, picturing those self-critical messages as a silly broadcast from Triple F Radio, fear, flaws, and failure 24/7. Or try singing them to the tune of Happy Birthday in your head. The goal is to make those thoughts feel less significant, less powerful, and simply let them drift by like leaves on a stream. It may take some practice, but learning this language of acceptance and diffusion can be truly transformative. Instead of fighting those negative thoughts, we can learn to coexist with them, acknowledging their presence without letting them define us. And from that place of self-acceptance, the path to genuine confidence can finally begin to unfold. 4. Confidence through engagement. The power of presence. That's the secret ingredient that sets truly confident folks apart, isn't it? Think about the last time you were in a room with someone exuding that effortless confidence. Chances are you noticed how they were truly engaged, fully present in the moment, rather than getting lost in their own thoughts or distractions. You see, confidence isn't just about having all the answers or never feeling afraid. It's about being able to fully immerse yourself in the here and now, whether you're chatting with a friend, playing a sport, or tackling a project. And the key to this kind of engaged presence? Mindfulness, my friends. Confident people are masters at noticing the sights, sounds, smells, and sensations around them. They don't have some secret superpower. They've just learned to let those pesky distractions, doubts, and random thoughts float by without getting caught up in them. It's a skill just like any other, and with practice it gets easier. Now, this isn't about intense, unwavering focus. It's about cultivating your attention with a sense of openness, curiosity, and flexibility. Be open to what's happening, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Approach it with the wide-eyed wonder of a child discovering something new. When we're not fully engaged, it's like wandering through life with our noses buried in a book, missing out on all the richness and beauty that's right in front of us. That's the trap of getting lost in our own heads. We lose touch with the present moment and the confidence that comes from being fully present. One simple way to start building this muscle of mindfulness? Try mindful breathing. Find a cozy spot, take a seat, and breathe deeply. Notice the air moving in and out of your nostrils, the gentle rise and fall of your chest, and when your mind inevitably wanders, just gently guide it back, with patience and compassion. Over time, this practice will train you to stay focused, calm, and grounded in the here and now. That, my friends, is where true confidence takes root, in the ability to fully show up, engage, and embrace the richness of the present moment. So take a deep breath, tune into your senses, and let the confidence bloom from within. 5. Values in 4 areas of life. So we've covered a lot of ground on this journey of rethinking confidence, haven't we? We've explored the art of accepting fear and negative thoughts without letting them control us, and the importance of staying present and engaged, no matter what. And now we arrive at the heart of it all, the power of our values. You see, when our actions are driven by the things that truly matter to us, it becomes so much easier to push through the discomfort and keep moving forward, even when those goals seem just out of reach. Let's take a deeper dive into unpacking our values, shall we? Think of your life as a mosaic, made up of 4 key areas: love, work, play, and health. Love is all about your relationships, the family, friends, and loved ones who make your world brighter. Work covers your career, your studies, your volunteer efforts, the ways you contribute to the world. Play is where you find your downtime, your hobbies, your relaxation and entertainment. And health? Well, that's all about you. The ways you nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Now, imagine someone who represents each of these areas of your life. For health, that person would be you, of course. Ask yourself, what words would I want them to use when describing me? Would I want them to see me as warm, open, and genuine? Dedicated? Generous? Jot down those words, and let them be the guide as you uncover the things that truly matter most to you. With those values as your foundation, you can then start setting meaningful goals for each area of your life. Short-term, medium-term, long-term, it doesn't matter. The key is to use your deepest held beliefs to choose goals that truly resonate with you, and to break them down into those small, meaningful steps that will keep you moving forward. Remember, it's not about perfection but progress. There will be doubt, frustration, and boredom along the way. Feelings we all try to avoid. But when your actions are rooted in your values, you'll find the strength to push through, knowing that you're working towards something that truly matters to you. So take a deep breath. Reconnect with the 4 pillars of your life, and let your values be the guiding light as you forge ahead on this journey of building unshakable confidence. The path may not always be easy, but with your values as your compass, you'll find the courage to keep taking those steps, one by one. 6. Staying the course. The final leg of our confidence-building journey. Let's make sure we stay the course, shall we? Because as we've learned, true confidence often means stepping out of our comfort zones, which can naturally stir up a bit of anxiety. But don't worry, my friends. We've got a handy acronym to help guide us through. It's called NAME, and it ties together so much of what we've been discussing. First, you notice the fear without judging yourself for feeling it. Then, you acknowledge it with a little self-talk like, here's fear again, rather than letting it define you. Next, you take a deep breath and make space for it, allowing it to be there without getting tangled up. And finally, you expand your awareness, reconnecting with the world around you. This whole process can happen in the blink of an eye, like taming a wild horse. You give it space, you tame it, and then you channel that energy into something powerful. But wait, there's more. Let's break down that F word, fear, a little further, shall we? Fear stands for fusion, getting caught up in unhelpful thoughts. Excessive goals, biting off more than you can chew. Avoidance of discomfort, a temptation we all face. And remoteness from values, losing sight of what truly matters. The antidote, another handy acronym, DARE. You diffuse those pesky thoughts, accept the discomfort, set realistic goals, and embrace your values. Because at the end of the day, it's all about commitment, not motivation. The good feelings will follow when you take that first step, even if you don't feel inspired. So the next time you find yourself thinking, I don't feel motivated, ask yourself, am I willing to do this anyway because it matters? If the answer is yes, then onward and upward, my friend. Remember, confidence isn't about perfection. It's about showing up again and again to fully engage with the work that's important to you. Learn from the missteps, celebrate the small victories, and trust the steady, mindful progress you're making. Because in doing so, you're already succeeding, one step at a time. Keep that NAME, fear, and DARE framework tucked in your back pocket, and let's keep pushing forward together. The confidence you seek is waiting just around the corner, ready to greet you with open arms. Final summary: the confidence that comes from courage. What sets this book apart isn't motivational fluff or feel-good slogans. It's grounded truth, raw, real, and deeply human. It whispers what most of us need to hear. You don't have to eliminate fear to move forward, you just have to move. The formula is beautifully simple: confidence, action plus acceptance. Not the absence of fear, but the quiet decision to carry it with you as you take one brave step after another. And what fuels those steps when your strength wanes? Values, your true north, the unshakable compass that guides you when motivation runs dry and the path turns uphill. These are not goals with deadlines. They are ways of being. Compassion, curiosity, courage, integrity. The book's most liberating truth? Your thoughts, those inner whispers of doubt and defeat. They are not prophecies. They are just noise. And you, dear listener, are not the voice in your head. You are the one who hears it, and the one who chooses what to do next. This is the gift of diffusion, the art of stepping back from your thoughts, holding them lightly, and moving anyway. So let go of the myth that confidence comes first. It doesn't. What comes first is courage. The courage to act imperfectly, to show up with your heart pounding, to fall, get up, and try again. And that's where the transformation begins. So if you're ready to rewrite your story, not with bravado, but with quiet strength and purposeful steps, the confidence gap might just be the beginning of the boldest chapter of your life. Subscribe, tap the bell, and join us on this journey. Because courage is contagious and the confidence you seek is already within you. Let's grow it together.